A local writer, Francesco Alziato, wrote the following: Cagliari is the city of the sun. It welcomes the visitors from the blue sea with a wonder of stones and colors, trees, and glistening glass. Cagliari is the oldest city of Europe that has been continuously inhabited. As proven by findings in caves, people lived here as early as 5000 BC. The capital of Sardinia condenses in itself the entire history of the island. It has preserved, utilized, and shows something from every age. When the Punics came on shore here 2,700 years ago, the natural port of Cagliari was the first place they settled. The Punic culture then melted into the subsequent Roman culture, but the significance of the city didn't decrease. Perhaps it was smaller than other big cities of the Mediterranean. It remained seat of the province under the Byzantines, the Pisans, and the Spanish also. In the 20th century, following the proclamation of the Republic of Italy, Sardinia became an independent province in December 1947, with a local government and legislature which made Cagliari the official capital city and seat of the bishop's palace. The city covers approximately 20,000 square hectares on sloping hills facing Angel Bay. In the last decade, the city has expanded from here to every direction of the compass, but the old town always remained the center. The old town, built on a hill, was surrounded by walls and fortified it as a castle. Apart from the lift from the car park, the old town is still accessible through 2 gates only. The 2 towers, Torre San Pancrazio and Torre dell'Elefante, are masterpieces of medieval Pisan architecture. The lookout terraces in front of the San Remi bastion were developed in the 19th century. This age was not about defense or isolation anymore. On the contrary, it was about opening up. Beginning then, the island wanted to present its natural and historical treasures to the world. From the terraces, we can have a look around the city, the bay, the lagoons, and the mountains rising in a distance. The layout of the streets of the old town embracing the castle hill is determined by baroque facades and cupolas, with the exception of the medieval castello, the dome, and the palaces of the noblemen, the bishops, and the viceroy. This was once the seat from where the island was governed in a worldly, religious, and cultural sense alike. The University of the city was founded in 1606. In the dark old buildings of the uniquely intimate old town, half ruined and in need of renovation, only the poor and the old were living by the end of the 20th century. Now, wealthier citizens, mostly artists, architects, painters, and restorers, have purchased these houses. Once again, vividness has moved into the narrow cobblestone streets, divided by arches. On the intimate little squares and under the arcades of the busy Via Roma, life bustles on, in Italian style. Perhaps less underwear's hanging on the lines, and people seem to be a little quieter, but we're not in Rome after all. The Sardinians are more moderate, and perhaps a little more serious than the Italians. However, the pizza and the cappuccino are delicious here also. In the old town stands the Cathedral of Cagliari, which is a Roman-style 3-nave dome consecrated in 1257. The facade that we can see today was made in the 20th century, modeled after the dome in Pisa. The marble pulpit, depicting scenes from the life of Christ, was also made for the Pisa Dome originally. It's Pisano's masterpiece, made in 1311, that stands there now. However, the crescent-shaped golden mosaics over the gates were originally designed for here, the works of local artists that have been renovated recently. Among the sites of the Castle District, the Archaeological and the Geological Museum are worth mentioning, along with the Library of the University with its 100,000 volumes. The most important treasures of the National Museum date back to prehistoric ages. East of downtown, on the top of a hill providing a great view, stands a huge church with a baroque facade. It's the Santa Maria di Bonaria. In 1370, a painting depicting the Virgin Mary was washed ashore here, which probably originated from a wrecked ship. A church was built just for this picture, where primarily sailors go to pray.